So Sister Ms. Murguia would be.
Thank you very much. I just want a quick clarity in case, since you're going to be voting in 8 days, my last name is Murguia. My name's Ann Murguia, and I'm running for mayor right here in Wyandotte County. I am currently the 3rd District Commissioner, which makes up 2 neighborhoods, Argentine and Rosedale. I'm serving my 2nd term, so I'm in my 6th year as the Commissioner. I believe I've had some amazing successes here in Wyandotte County working with my constituents as well as the greater Wyandotte County area on and off the commission. First, I'll tell you a little bit about on the commission. I'm thrilled to be part of a commission where we all voted unanimously for things like Hollywood Casino, Sporting KC Park Stadium, and Cerner, the $600 million improvement to the GM plant, and the Sara Lee expansion. It was exciting to be part of a group of 10 commissioners and a mayor who approved all of those things unanimously. I'm also very proud of my work off the commission and my dedication to public service. We've done a lot of things. I've raised millions of dollars in infrastructure improvements in the way of curb and sidewalk. I've raised hundreds of thousands of dollars in the way of new housing, as well as partnered with USD 500 to build a $6 million library, which the community had to raise $2 million of, which I was a part of. I'm also thrilled to tell you that I was part of a team to bring in a $3.2 million grocery store to the area. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I want to thank everyone for coming out here. I know you have a lot of entertainment options this evening, and I'm glad you're spending this evening with us. My name is Reverend Dr. Mark Holland. I'm a 4th generation Wyandotte County and a 3rd generation pastor in the community. My church is Trinity right down the street at 51st, and I drive back and forth on Parallel regularly because my house is at 78th and Parallel. So this is my area that I serve and work in. I've been on the commission for 6 years also. I've served as an at-large commissioner, which means that I have been elected countywide and have represented the entire county. I think that big picture perspective is critical in understanding the needs of all the constituents in the community from across our great city. Kansas City, Kansas has added 6,000 new jobs in the last 6 years. One of my high priorities is to make sure that our citizens are connected to those jobs. Too few of the high-paying jobs in our communities go to folks who live elsewhere. We need to partner with our community college, with our school districts, the workforce partnership to make sure that our citizens, our students are trained and ready for those jobs so that that money turns over in our community again and again. I also want to make sure we're continuing to reinvest in the urban areas. We've had great success out west. We need to continue to plant that in other areas. The next 2 priorities for investment in the urban area has to be Indian Springs, which is a major issue. We need to push that over, get the officers out first, and then push it over, and bring in a new development to that. And then downtown. Our downtown is everyone's downtown, and we need to continue to invest in downtown for quality of life for all of our residents.
Okay, now with the questions, I'm trying to be expeditious. First, and Mr. Holland, if you would respond first, what are the main differences between you and your opponent?
That's easy.
Other than the obvious, I'm sorry, other than the obvious.
I think the main differences come down to a style of leadership and a perspective. I have the big picture perspective in terms of being at large in the community and seeing the county-wide needs that vary greatly from the needs in Piper to downtown to Rosedale to Bonner Springs. That big picture perspective is very important. I think I bring a collaborative spirit to the team. You'll never hear a quarterback on Sunday who's just won a football game talk about what I've done. It's always about what we do. And I think listening to the pronouns of how leaders describe their work is critically important. We can't do anything at the city without collaborative work with one another. So all the successes that we've had have been because of teamwork and what we have done. And I've been proud to be a part of that team. And the role of the mayor, and I think this is probably the last one of the other distinguishing components, it's not the mayor's role to get down in the weeds in every single department to try to help people do their job. It's the mayor's role to work with the elected officials to create a big picture vision, and then to align the resources of the the vision of the elected body with the resources of the organization, which includes our people resources as well as our financial resources. And then to make sure that those alignments are taking place and that the services that the citizens expect are happening. What I can do alone is this much. What we can do as a team is unlimited. And I want to encourage you to vote for a mayor who has the big picture team perspective.
Okay. So I'm going to answer a little bit differently, obviously. I look at running for mayor as you're applying for a job. So all of you get to decide who you're going to employ to run your $250 million company. Do you want someone that talks about, all people and collaboration and talks a lot of rhetoric about team playing, or do you want someone that is able to get things done? It is obvious that no one person ever gets anything done. You need a team to do all of the things that we work on. What I think is important, though, and what I think is a key difference between the two of us, is I've said over and over again as we've gone through the campaign trail about the millions in infrastructure that I have been able to accomplish, obviously with the help of my constituents and the people that donated money to be able to pay for that. I've also talked about my initiative in working with the school district and building a relationship and working with other people to build a $6 million library. Whether it be a $3.2 million grocery store in the Argentine area or whether it be a grocery store for the Northeast, someone has to lead in order to begin to make that happen. And when you go to put it all together, in the end, that's when all of the people come together to bring it to fruition. So I think this race is about experience and results, as about in people's ability to get things done.
Okay, next question. If elected, what would be the top 1 or 2 priority items, and how would you lead the commissioners to address them, beginning with Ms. Murguia?
Okay, priorities. I know that all of you can't see the details of this map, but I'm just going to tell you real quickly that everywhere you see a red or a blue dot, which you should be able to see fairly far away, is an entity that is not currently paying their property taxes. We have $37 million in delinquent property tax in Wyandotte County. The largest portion of those delinquencies are in the northeast area of our community and in the downtown area of our community. And I would have to tell you that if you've driven through those areas recently, other than being a good, responsible tax-paying citizen, I'm really not sure what they're paying property tax for. If you've seen the infrastructure, the lack of redevelopment in that particular area. So one of my primary priorities would be, first, I would do a survey of the entire county and do it by district. Second, it would be to work with the commissioner within each district to improve those areas, specifically in those areas that have struggled the most, like District 1 in the Northeast area and District 4 in our downtown area. I really believe those need to be priorities because even though we've had amazing success out west with redevelopment and we've seen a lot of amazing new developments out in that area, it is going to be critical that we address the diminishing tax base in the Northeast because we clearly are losing a tax base at a faster rate than we are growing economic development out west.